I always love to come up here and see my cousins, and we get to play, especially around the house. Grandma Miller's plants is all over here, and every time when the kids go around, all the mopunas going around, and she's screaming at us, screaming. I keep on going, and then I heard my name. My mom calling me. I said, "Why are you calling me? Stop doing the play. It's not me. It's the other ones. Not me, Mom. Why you always get my name on your tip of your tongue. Ace, Ace." And before, in the back, you used to have that tall California grass. We used to play inside there, play, all until nighttime come. After we take a shower, we're all scratching. Itchy. Ooh, gotta get that kind alcohol put on top. Oh. But it was a lot of fun.
So when you were up here playing, which cousins were you always, like what was your group? Like who was in your ʻāpana days?
Everybody. Georgianne, Tammy, Alan, myself, and
Me.
yeah, him, Carter. I used to love coming up here. And that tree over here, I call it the Christmas tree. And Mama said, "Why are you calling it a Christmas tree?" We're the ornaments. We come up here and make it bright. Meet all our cousins, have a good time, go down to the pond over here, look for some prawns, go back here, climb the mountain. That was beautiful, coming up here and then sit down by the porch over here. Real beautiful.
One thing I always remember about this property that we used to do is kalua pigs. Right where the mango tree is right under there is where they used to kalua the pigs.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. They weren't kalua 1, 2, but 6, 10. They just used to come over here and dig them out. And of course, everybody was drinking just for, encouragement. And they would do it all the time. And as a kid, I recognized, wow, we do this a lot. And you get to watch the whole thing. You know what I mean? How they start the fire. And of course, as a kid, right? Oh, I didn't play fire. No. You can help with the kindling wood, put them over there, but you're not going to light the fire. Okay, you can watch, just so that, they do that. But that's the part where I fit in regards to the thing I remember the most about this place. Always having parties and always that emu. We always went emu the pigs out here.
My father always helping out here. Just like in Haulo, we have the family get together in the back, make emu back there. Plus, I had a big pig back there, 350-pound pig. I remember my father used to had too much for drink. He goes in a pig pen, he's patting the pig, everything. And I said, "Dad, what you doing? You better watch out, you might be the food." This house.
On Friday and on Sundays. But Grandpa, the thing was, you don't drink, you work the next
Straight.
day.
No calling in sick. My father told me that. No calling.
Was he a strict?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
My mom
He
would
used to
say-
run the Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, it's the first.
He was a master.
the first Hawaiian master at Pearl
Yeah.
Harbor.
My mom would say, yeah, her brothers, when they don't get up for work, Grandpa would get ice water, pour them on top of them. And then she would say, they say, okay, we're going to work. And when Grandpa goes to work, they're like going to work. But after they go down the road, I think Uncle AC, Uncle Eddie, they would come back up.
You go around Merkle Street and come back up.
I got something to add about what we were talking about this place. This is a funny story, but very true. And I'm sure Gail and Charmaine and Alan them there. Well, maybe Alan, because this was before you were around, Donna. It was like, I was 5 years old. Millers love to drink to celebrate Christmas, New Year's, whatever, right? They never care. So they were drinking over here when there was just a tree and there was a bench over there. And they're all drinking and everything. And as a kid, you know, I'm in the house, my mom is home, my dad's out there drinking with the rest of them. And then I hear this screaming and yelling and whatever. I look outside from my mom and dad's window. I'm looking out, and the Millers are beefing. They're rolling down the hill. You know that short hill over here? Rolling down the hill, whatever. I go on to my mom, Mom, Daddy's still fighting. So, okay, my mom rushes out there, boom. And then 5 minutes later, she come back, her kind of rip. Mom, you okay? I said, yeah, I just gotta change my top. I'll be right back. And she go out there. Then I hear my grandma. Yeah, it's my kids. Call the cops. Take them away. I'm like, that's my grandma telling them for take away. And the cops come, and she's yelling to take them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm just 5 years old, and you know all this thing going on. Then after everything kind of like settled down a little bit, then you kind of try to sort everything out. My mom, when false crack, Alan's mom, my Auntie Agata, front teeth, gone, okay, in the heat of battle. The next day, sorry, oh, Mary, I know, it's my fault. I want to act up, and, you know, it's okay. And I'm like, so knock her teeth out. Oh, mom is serious, you know, don't get her mad, right? But that was one of those things that I always gonna remember. But they all loved each other. The next day, they all friends again. It's like when we kids, right? Same thing. You know, you have disagreements, or you had a little bit too much to drink, or whatever, right? But that's one of the things I remember that, you know, I don't think it was a bad thing. I just thought that it was interesting, and it actually was about family. Again, just to remember, you know, hey, sorry, you know, bad thing we did, right?
My sister always used to talk about, she used to have a dollhouse, that's why over there, yeah? And
Yep.
she said every time we have a fight, they always go, all the kids would go sit on the dollhouse, watch the fight, they had ringside seats.
It's right there by that corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember too. We have parties as they drinking, going, and I'm over here waiting for the show to begin. going, and all of a sudden the voices start rising and yelling. And then my mom said, Connie, go over there, help out, Connie, go over there. And my father would get involved and start grabbing people, lifting them up, moving them outside. All that time, like, when they drink over there, they always have a after party.
We would come here, and I mean, there were a lot of us. It was Charlie, myself, Boy Wills, sometimes who else?
Butchie, Suarez.
And Georgie Boy, too, was one of them.
Capelli.
And then, of course, Uncle was more our age, so we would pal around with him. And Capilli, my sister Capilli, we were the ones that were here most of the time and really enjoyed. And there were so many things that they did for us. The memories are so sweet. To me, like fragrance. Especially they had these parties, luau's, and it would go on for days, and we would run wild. Charlie and I, you know, we wouldn't have parents on our back.
Good fun.
And we had so much fun. I mean, and we saw all the people from, well, we would hear Maui is coming in, we'd hear Kauai is coming in. I know we remember Johnny Mac, Uncle Johnny Mac, the McCorgans. Those are the people that I think about when I think about Grandma and Grandpa and the family from the outer islands. That
So
when we
when
were
you-
young, we saw.
When you said Maui and Kauai
Right,
as a family.
right,
from-
and they would stay here, and there'd be parties. I ended up in the hospital one of those parties when we were running wild. I whacked my head, but other than that, It was wonderful. When they started up, everybody had a job. We used to have the coconut, right? We'd sit down with the grater and we'd have to grate the coconuts. All the kids grate the coconuts. Uncle, they would catch the chickens. Auntie Agatha was very strong in that as far as getting the chickens and all of that. I remember that. And Uncle Alec, Grandpa, Uncle Ernest, Uncle AC, they would be fishing and they'd bring the fish for the party and the crabs. I mean, all of that. It was awesome, you know, that we were part of that. And of course, Grandma used to be with her holoku when the parties. She used to look beautiful with her yellow holoku and then with a big yellow hibiscus, yeah, with her holoku tied on, just very elegant. You know, you would see that she was an elegant woman, but when there were parties, oh my God, she would just emerge, blossom, like this beautiful Hawaiian lady. It was very pretty. And that was when we were young, we saw that. As she got older, the kids have a different view of her, but we saw her in the younger days when she was still spry.
Uncle Edward, Uncle Ernest, Uncle Joe Boy, Uncle Paul, Uncle AC, Uncle Alex, and then the girls, Auntie B, Auntie Annie, Auntie May, Auntie Agatha. As far as Dorothy would attest, they treated us great. Because once Corey asked me, my number 2 daughter, she said, Dad, how deep are your roots in Murphy Street? I said, very deep. Because the family, how they took care of us. And this, being up in Kalito, you meet so many different nationalities, the friends, all the different. And then I remember when before, in fact, I was even born. I remember Grandma said, they don't lock the door. I said, how come you guys don't lock the door? You say, well, all the friends come over and they would sleep over, some of them. And then, Grandma always said, and Grandpa would say, anybody is invited. And Dottie was saying about the luau's. They put this army tent, big army tent. They start on Wednesday, Thursday, by Friday they finish. So Saturday's the luau. Then party. Sunday, everybody come back to another leftovers. So here comes Monday. The tent's still up. And then on Friday, I think it was Tuesday, so I go, Grandpa, you guys gonna take the tent down? No, party again. So those tents were very heavy, those army tents. And they put coconut leaves, really Hawaiian style. And then Uncle Joe Boy was the emo. There's the emo behind, I guess most of you guys know, with a coconut tree by Uncle Ernest's house behind. And I remember before when Uncle Ernest told me and Kapili and Butchie and Boyd, don't you guys come close. Because we're gonna get all the rocks, because it's hot. So finally we waited when they take the chicken wire. Then they said, okay, you guys can come down now. Oh, we go there, take the skin of the wire. That was the best part. Remember that chicken, the skin. So there's a lot of good memories. I mean, there's a lot more good memories, yeah.
We had a loving upbringing,
They taught us right. Grandpa and Grandma taught us right. Be loving and be kind to everybody.
Yeah.
Because
She was like that.
Kali, we get so many diversified nationalities. This street alone, Rosados, Caucus, Kahale, Santos,
Santos.
and then
Kahalis.
Yeah, Kahali. And
Yeah. And this place, we had nothing. All yard. All yard. Up there, no houses, no nothing. Only this house when we were growing up. So we could play baseball, anything over here in the yard.
a lot of mango trees
Yeah.
we had.
And all the kids would come and play. So we'd just be so happy when we came up here because we'd enjoy, our grandparents. They would just let us do what we wanted to. Grandma would cook. And I don't remember washing dishes. Do you?
I don't remember. No, later on in life, I had no choice later on. That's a different story.
Really?
So the running theme I hear is gratitude for what your grandparents did. Having gratitude.
The what?
Having gratitude. That's
Oh
what I
yeah.
hear.
Oh no, they taught us so much by just how they were, you know, and we as children picked that up, and that's how we live our life. It's how Charlie lives his life. It's how I live my life, you know. To be kind and don't be greedy, you know, because that don't get you anywhere. Just share. You can share, share. That's what we did. We shared a lot.
2 last questions. What was your nickname and what was his nickname? Did
Oh,
you
I
have
know, Asuk.
You get to see. Oh, Auntie Fifi. Oh, just,
He hated that name.
Did you
Auntie
have a
Fifi
nickname?
is always
Well,
good.
mine was Dot Dot.
Oh, I call you
Donald
Dottie.
Gomes
I
gave me
always
that.
call you
That
Dottie.
was,
I only call
Donald
you
Gomes
Dottie.
gave me Dot Dot. And Herman, the Uncle Herbert, that's what they called me, Dot Dot. So as far as
I
a
didn't
different
know- I
nickname.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Every time Donald would say, hey, Dot Dot. That's Kanoi's uncle. And that's another family that was so awesome on Murphy Street was the Gomes family. Oh my God. I was just sharing with my my granddaughter, she's visiting. And I was telling her, you know, we actually used to walk to their house to cut short, to go to instead of walking straight down and going, we'd walk and then go into their house and they're having breakfast. And, oh, come eat. No, we gotta go buy and walk through the house, go down, see the grandma sitting, the great grandmother sitting on the step, the avu, sitting over there with her kerchief saying her rosary, and then we'd walk down. I mean, when I think, oh my gosh,
Actually, that was like our second home.
that was our second house.
Second home.
We're just welcomed, you know. So we didn't see meanness. Even the Cockett family, they were good too.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah.
Because Sonny was married to one of the Donicia's
Donicia's
sisters.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, your auntie. Yeah, but they were good people. And then the Santos. Yeah, the 2 brothers and a sister.
Mary, John, and Junior.
And then the Kahales, I know Cyril Kahale. I don't know if you ever
And then
They're-
had the Jimmy
they're
Ramos.
sitting here.
The Ramos and Lefty. That house just before one, not the house next down the street, next to Mrs. Vieira. Gladys, what is her name? The one right next to the Gomes.
That's the Vieira family.
Vieira, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gladys.
Yeah, Gladys Vieira, Mrs. Vieira.
She used to give us ice cream too.
Oh yeah, and the uncle Louis and Gladys. Yeah. I know. We were like, just go straight, you know. She was such a kind person. Uncle Louis used to wave at us in his big picture window, you know, but we weren't allowed to go inside. We were just go ahead. But one of the, I remember getting pinches from, the only time Auntie Agatha gave us pinches, because we're teasing, I don't know if Charlie got pinches. I remember I got pinches. What's her name? Salafina. Not Salafina. What's the one that used to drag the bottles?
I can't remember.
The Portuguese lady. Pretty lady with the, huh? Yeah, Virginia Bacasa. Virginia Bacasa.
Oh, okay.
And we were teasing her, and Auntie saw. She came out, what? She picked up the bottles to make priests, you know, to give them to the priests. And it was like, we're like, Virginia Bacasa, that's right. But she used to walk around with overalls, and you could tell she was a pretty woman. She had light eyes with reddish hair, but spaced out, dragging that wagon with all the bottles. But they said she put plenty of priests in the seminary, so that's why I got the pinches. But yeah, that was the auntie. That was the auntie, you know. They taught you to be kind, even if you saw something that was not what you know, funny to you. Don't make fun of them. So,
Humble, be humble.
yeah.
I noticed Apkali, most of the guys that went to school, even Uncle Alec and his friends, the older guys,
Oh, yeah,
they were good athletes, but they're all humble.
I know.
All of them, they're very humble.
What was beautiful about over here is you could hear they had Puerto Ricans above, and they would play Puerto Rican music, and would just float down the evening. You would hear the kachi music. That's really unreal, really beautiful, you know. And we sit on the porch. That's when I learned how to smoke my first cigarette. Like, on the porch, you know. But yeah, this is a lot of memories of South, and we thought this was just a huge home. Through little, you know. Seemed like it had so many secret places downstairs, and there in the kitchen is where you go downstairs, where the stove is. There was a stairway, and you walk downstairs. And my mother used to drop me off, and I used to remember, sometimes I would cry, and then Auntie Agatha was one of them. What you crying for? You lucky over here. Don't cry. It's okay. But she was good. Auntie Agatha was good.
Plenty memories. I never forget our memories.
'Cause we grew up with being small with our
look at
aunties and
us
uncles and
now.
drinking with our aunties and uncles. You know, for small, then we can drink with them and go to the stages, right? I mean, I used to go and take out a sauce here and drink. Oh my God, I go up there, I'm going to still buy me beer, me and take out a sock them all night. And she's, you know, la to two, who's sweetie? Give them, you know, we listen to KCC and, you know, I take out her moves, yeah? I mean, just her and I, we could just freaking drink on the table. We wouldn't drink each other on the table because we both strong drinkers, right? But she was stronger than me. But anyway, she was tougher than me. I mean, and listen to her Antiagata, oh my God, and listen to her stories. I mean, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed drinking with my aunties.
Actually
my
say they
uncles, you
sit
know.
down and drink all night
Yeah, with
with
the-
their aunties and uncles on the same, and they treat you on the same level. Not like, go get me this, go get me that. No, just sit down and have a conversation and laugh. That's the main thing,
Enjoy. I
laugh
mean, besides
and
their parents, you
enjoy,
got to drink your uncles and aunties too, you know.
And look at us. We grew up since small. Me and Alan and still Murphy Street. Him with my brothers. We all grew up same with his sisters, Tammy, Georgie, and Sissy. Yeah, those were my sisters. You know.
Well, I'd like to say, you know, good memories, family, and with all my cousins, and you know,
Yeah.
especially with our Ula, and we've been here. No matter what, you know, when we was down there, I remember Grandma Miller, always, you know, on Sundays especially, she would say like the old ones like Dottie and I wonder if they can remember. They used to you know, walk down, had a church on the bottom. But Grandma Miller, she used to take us down Punaloo out of church. And
Yeah,
we used to
Punaloo.
go with her. Yeah, and that was, you know, it's a touching thing to me that my grandmother taught me, you know, was a thing, you know. And she always had the thing about that, you know, for thank him,
Yeah.
you know, that he put his family together, you know what I'm saying, you know. You know, he did such a good job, you know, look at today, you know,
We are.
you know,
Got good relationships.
yeah, you know, we got on good, big Ohana here,
Yeah.
you know, and that's very important, you know, and what I can share with, you know, the future coming up, you know, is, you know, our grandmother, you know, and, you know, she taught us, and that's why we're still standing, you know what I mean? That's what she, you know, in my heart, you know, as I was, she used to call me her Kalohe boy. That's what she used to call me, call my Kalohe boy. And she used to like me play ukulele, and you know, same thing like they were sharing, you know, about the books when you used to go to school, and I used to sing, I am Hawaii. And we used to be under the house, and you know, and she would look at me, she thought, oh, you're a good singer, you know. Oh, you know, that was only 2 chords, you know. And, you know, that's what, but again, that's the part that really touched me, you know, about her.
Yeah.
The time, no matter what we did, she never did, you know, in her nice hot houses out here. Hot house was in my, you know, my mommy and daddy's place where, you know, it was beautiful. Everything was in order. Then Uncle Alec would move them to the front here. I'll never have that, you know. And that's one thing really touches me when we went to Haula. And one other thing I can share is about the Haula boys. One time we was there and, you know, we used to play football. All our big cousins, AC Wills. and was on the street, and we had a big breakout. I mean, was down, was getting it on. And all of us, all our cousins. I know I had a black eye, and I mean, don't play with it. You know,
Yeah.
we Hula boys, man, not that. But we was all brothers, and after that we partied together. You know, that's what I mean. Cousin AC was real tight. You know, we had some good times down there, man. I mean, I respect
Yeah.
the Hula people, man. They good people, but they was kind of tough. You know, we used to play football right on the road, and I mean, we get it. Yeah, I mean, I was one of the youngest there, and so my parents used to always tell me, you know, Allen boy, Allen boy, my mama and my dad. You know, no use your damn head to separate your damn ears. My dad, I seen better heads on cabbage. Everything was head on, you know, good fun. All my bigger cousins, you had to be strong around them, you know what I'm saying? Good fun we used to have down there in here. Like again to having the color pigs, I remember all that, like you know, they were sharing. It was awesome, you know, and I really, you know, thank all of you for, you know, not only being our family, but being our friends.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I mean,
so true.
my father always used to tell me, we used to be on the streets, and let me tell me, everything was, you know what I mean? Me and my brother was just, you know, head banging, whatever, and my father sat on the porch, ML Gomes, and he looked at me and said, Allen boy, your cousins stick to what? Stick together. He tell me, your cousins, you guys stick together, you hear me? You don't fight, you. Because, you know, even my mom, before she went home, you know, she was struggling, you know.
But yeah.
Because Grandma Miller, her king is from Maui. Grandpa Miller's king is from Kauai. But anyway, my mom was struggling. Come back home 2 weeks. Come home, son, I'm coming home. Mama, this your house. What you talking about? Then she stay here, she go back. So she ended up going home up there.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, my mom, that's what it was, you know. She taught me, man. Before she went home, we had a big incident. Was driving by Tamashiro and get that Hawaiian church, I forget the name.
Come on,
Anyway, I had this guy, man, he was tail riding me, man. And my sister was in a car, my mom, and I was looking at him, what the hell are you doing? He peeping his horn, man. Bap, 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 bap. So I just stopped my car in the middle of the street and jump out and walk up to his car. I know he had on, you know, I know he was with something. And I look at him, I said, brother, what's your problem, bro? I said, my mother and my sister, they just came in from Maui. Then he looked at me, man. He kind of put his tail under his cool, you know what I mean? Big sucker. I tell him, brother, cars was all in the street. Then he looked at me. He told me, I wasn't popping at you. I know I really sucker in front of tiger, you turn into a, you know, pussy cat. So I humble myself. I never go further. So my mom, she went into Thomas Shoes. That's why I went there. She's going to buy some poo-poo, whatever. And then my mom told me, park in a church. And my mom looked at me, and she told me, Allen boy, look mommy and I. So I looked at my mother. She told, promise to God, mom, it is. And I looked at her, I said, Mom, I love you. I promise to God you anything, man. She said, you control your damn temper, you hear me? And one other thing, you listen to mommy, you never fight again. And one other thing, and every time she telling me that incident, I gotta look my mother in the eye. That's how we talk. My father, he put his nose on my nose. Uncle AC was all that. When you talk to Uncle AC before, Uncle AC used to tell me, Allen boy, look me in the what? In the eye. Some uncle taught me, Uncle AC especially, I had to look uncle, and he said, when I talk to you, you look me right in your eye. And my mom was all that. And my mom said, she looked at me, and one other thing, when you drive, keep your damn 2 hands on the wheel, and don't even look in a damn review mirror. And that's not helping me today, because you know nowadays it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know. So I mean, it's like going now, every time I pass the church, every day I pass, I got to drop, you know, Hawaiian lady was immediate, half Hawaiian, half Japanese. You know, even when I went home, I said, now for she said, you get back down there. So I'm looking at her, and every day I use that route. And when I pass the church, I take off my hat. And I tell Mom, I'm trying. But sometimes I lose them, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean, out here. Yeah. So
The church down the Kai in Ha'ula, the wooden church, we used to go, and Sissy and I had just had our first Holy Communion and was with Gil them and my kids, my mom and whatever. the older people, not only Gil them, the
Yeah.
cousins, said actually my mom them and a couple uncles and aunties, and she took us. We was going to church, just us went. The Gil's age cousin and us. So we went to the church, and me and Sissy, we like, I mean, receive Holy Communion, right? But Gil, you first cannot. Why? Because 1 hour, you first eat Fruit Loops of the house. So that was 1 hour.
Before was what?
Yeah,
hour
so I said,
before,
oh, but Gil, 1 hour. So we tried to climb the pews. Yeah, Gil. Oh, was mad we couldn't receive Holy Communion. Oh, man.
Naughty in church.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
know.
Oh. Yeah, but I mean, as far as family go, who can say? I think we have like 42 or had 42 first cousins. Who can say that we had that many cousins and knew each other?
Yeah.
And really knew each other. It's like you hear a lot of families who have cousins, but they don't really know each other. And, you know, sometimes I'm shocked and surprised when people say they only have 1 or 2 cousins. I'm like, what? I get 1 or 2 brothers, but I get 2 cousins. And I think that's Grandma and Grandpa's legacy of having us. And also of having this home here and coming together on Sundays and stuff and getting together and getting to know
Yeah, how many
all of us.
Sundays, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we know Inga Bird Humperdinck. I mean, every Sunday from small kid time, we've been hearing
Yeah,
that record playing, and oh my gosh.
And actually know our cousins as, you know,
All your uncles and aunties.
aunties, yeah, knowing all your uncles and aunties and can interact with them and yeah. Yeah, I love all my aunties and uncles. I mean, we all had our moments. We all have kalohi. We all have stories of going to
Yeah.
each family's house and you know. And I remember sleeping each family's house a lot, sleeping people's house a lot, sleeping at Palisades, sleeping at Uncle Charlie and Auntie Isu's house all the time, sleeping at their house, even if they live only 2 doors away. Always sleeping their house, and it's a good feeling that we're
Yeah.
close. You
Proud
know.
to be a Miller.
Yeah,
Very proud.
very,
Never forget where
very.
you come from.
And Gomes
And
too.
Gomes.
And one thing I would like to share, you know, that is, you know, really was touching in my life, you know, with the family. And this was when we used to play baseball. We had the mountain ball league.
Yes.
And this was a big thing. We had parades. And, you know, cousins became queens, sit on a car. And Uncle Alec always had a heart of compassion. And, you know, I was a young man, and 14, and he let me play on a team. The name of the team was the Millers. Then Uncle would change them to the Cosmos. I don't forget that, man, green uniform. And I used to be on there, I mean, oh, he gave me an opportunity. So I mean, him no, man. Oh, me and him, we can talk all day, go back deep, you know what I mean? Honey boy, them come play the ukulele after, behind their big parties after that. And this would be the day, Sundays. Remember? This was the day.
Yeah.
Baseball.
And all the team members, they
Incredible.
totally respected Grandma Miller.
Yeah.
She
Just,
was ready for
yeah,
you.
she
Yeah.
they
Made in
totally
here,
respected
hanging.
yeah.
She looked forward to it.
And she would look forward to the boys coming up, her drinking, yeah. And it's crazy. It's like I meet people, older people around, and as soon as they find out you're Miller, they talk. And the older ones really remember my grandparents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And they go, oh, yeah, my mom used to drink with you.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
up the house. And
They give you
and
the
I-
history, huh?
Yeah, and they describe it like, whoa, yeah, you guys know what you're talking about. The pink house.
Yeah. Pink House with the Green
Yeah.
Simmons.
Yep. But
Yeah.
so lucky to have been born into this family, and it's fortunate to have been raised on Murphy Street.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, can I share?
Okay.
One thing I would like to share. Okay. This is powerful. But this guy just came up here and he was living. He bought, you know, one of their towers there, above my parents' house. And then he said, ladies, and his wife, her father, she's a lawyer. A lot of people don't know who lives up here, but anyway, and the husband's name is Joshua, and his father is a doctor. But anyway, her mom said she's pure Japanese, the mom, and the father was running for governor one time. His name is Ernie Martin, and her name is Mallory Martin, was living up there. And these people, something about all these people up here, They give me my own workshop, but I know who all the glory go to, you know what I'm saying? And they told me, the daughter told me, and Josh told me, he said, you know, the mom told her she used to live up here, and she said, this family and one more family used to have the biggest parties on this valley. She said, the Miller, she thought was me. Yeah, incredible. And Josh used to walk the dog down.
Right, yeah,
And they
the
don't
white
bother
dog.
nobody, but people don't know who they was, you know what I mean?
There's good people.
Those good people, but
Yeah.
in the community, they wasn't sitting, they call it seats. It's like Jesus is sat on table. And Jesus went pick people. He had plenty of disciples, but in the end, he picked 12. And on a table, these people, they sit on tables. Some people, they sit up there, you know what I'm saying? And they're with the people. And I mean,
yeah.
that people was with the people. It's like up there, we got an Aaron. Rick, he go around with his white car. He's smarter than them, he's doctors. He's the kind of mean. You know, that's why they
Rick,
always
yeah.
say, no judge on book by its what?
Cover,
Its cover.
yeah.
Incredible. You don't know who you're dealing with. Could be an angel out of the Lord, but a rubbish can looking for food at that time. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, man. And when you go there, maybe that's the one going to escort you home. I don't know.
Yeah.
See?
We had a lot of
Incredible.
parties over here,
Yeah,
many,
lot of
many
parties,
parties before
yeah.
I was born. My gosh.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never
This
forget
truly
that.
was known,
Yeah.
the party
good times.
house, yeah.
Oh yeah, plenty good memories.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of
That's
memories.
the word right there. I think that's the word.
Yeah.
But you got it.
Yeah,
The gathering place.
yeah,
Today,
together.
today, like I was telling my cousin in a room, me and him is real cool. All I do with him, Shemaine's son, is when I look at him, he look at me, and I just go like this to him, and he gonna put a cross on his heart. I was telling him in the kitchen, I said, cuz, you the second one, you guys gotta take what? Take what? Take over. They gotta grab the staff, you know what I'm saying? And all the ones coming up, you know, after that. The children, man. Incredible.
Me, Rocky, Sissy, and Kara, and Michael Digia, summertime, pack our lunch, our sandwiches, egg sandwiches, our chips, our sodas. We used to even put this for on tin foil, like how, you know, when you go school excursion. Go all the way in the mountain, on the top, and you look down, you can see go down and up. That would be coming in school, but we wouldn't go down, just on the top. Uncle Ernest is in the yard with his green plaid shirt and his khaki brown pants, and he's raking. So we can see Uncle Ernest, and he look up. We get down. Uncle Ernest, look up. We see hiding, yeah, so we laugh and having a good time. Third time we call, I think Carter was too slow for go down. He was like, you son of a bitch! You know, he's doing the ring like that. Now we gotta go home. So Michael lived there. He lived right there, right? Sissy, Carter gotta go home. Uncle Casey's still working. So we gotta come home. So I said, I went to take Carter's job. Uncle Benny's at me. I said, I'm not going to the yard because Uncle Ernest going to give me with the rate. But Carter stood there until Uncle Casey came home and we was just laughing. I said, oh my God. But he don't cool down. Like, it's not like he held against us the next time, you know, the next day or whatever. But we used to like to, why didn't Mom only like that, you know? Because when Birdman come,
Oh, yeah.
50 cents for you, 50, we all get 50 cents, you know? He was good.
Uncle
He
Ernest was
good.
a very
Yeah.
generous person, yeah.
He gave all
But
of
a
us,
very
yeah.
strict person also, you know. He had no qualms if we did wrong. We always going to get it.
Yeah.
He didn't care whose kid you was. You did something wrong. You would, you know, get the finger and get it. And like I said, sometimes he would tell my dad on Saturdays, I remember, oh, Eddie, no cook, send the kids over. I go make Simon. And Uncle Ernest, hours and hours, he would boil his soup, his Simon soup, make his noodles, and then, oh yeah, go Uncle Ernest's house, come on, you guys go eat. We go there, and he put the noodles, put the gravy, then he would have the onions, the
garnish,
fish
yeah.
cake, all the garnish, all separate, all neat, because Uncle Ernest was another neat cook too.
He used to make barbecue too.
So,
yeah.
yeah, and barbecue sticks, and oh, you guys go eat, and you see all the nieces, nephews all eating their Simon, and oh, no need
I never
cook
got to
because
experience that.
Uncle Ernest would cook. Yeah, I know he was small, and also another thing about Uncle Ernest, he was the first one I remember in our family to have color TV,
Yeah. Ernest was loaded.
and then so. My mom would go, where the hell are these kids there? Everything quiet. No more kids on the street playing nothing. We're all in Uncle Ernest's house watching his color TV cartoons.
Yeah, it was single.
And yeah, he'll come, sit down. You guys go watch. And we'd always be there. And he had, I think, the first one with the cable too.
yeah.
So it was clear, not the antenna with the
rabbit
foil.
ears, yeah.
And my mom told my dad, we gotta buy one because the kids always over there. Every time I look for them, they watch Ernest's house. Yeah. But Uncle
I love
Ernest
Uncle
was generous in that way, yeah. Plus, he had one personal taxi. My dad was his taxi. My dad used, because I don't know why Uncle Ernest never did drive that. I
I
can't
don't know, like
remember.
maybe he had a bad experience or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
But my dad used to take him when he had to go doctor in the later years, doctor or store. Or sometimes call my dad up, go store, only for go buy 6-pack beer or cigarettes or whatever. But yeah,
He's gonna go see, pick him up at Gaspro.
yeah.
Same thing with stop at KC Market by this. You know, if it was like candy, we can candy, ice cake, whatever, you know.
Yeah, he was generous
was
about buying the
generous, yeah.
kids stuff. I don't know why, yeah. If you was lucky to be with him.
Yeah. But I just gotta say that, you know, I love Grandpa Miller. I don't know Grandpa
Yeah.
Miller personally, I never met him, and I hope, you know, one day in heaven when I see him, I'm gonna, Grandma introduce me to Grandpa, you know? But yeah, I love him like I met him, but I'm
Yeah.
happy and I'm proud of them. As am my Grandma Gomes, Grandpa Gomes, and all my uncles on my Miller side, my aunties on the Miller side. I get good memories and relationships with them, and my cousins, my older cousins, my younger cousins. First, second, I mean, it feels good. It feels good, and on both sides of my family, which I feel blessed. I feel very, very blessed.
And
Very
I don't
blessed.
consider, oh, that's my third cousin, oh, that's
Yeah,
my
just
second.
my cousin,
That's
yeah.
just my family.
Yeah.
That's just my, that's just. And our family, as like second, third cousins, we're actually cousins, but we become their aunties.
Yeah,
They call us aunties and respect, and oh, that's my nephew, but in actuality, that's just our cousins. But I think our family is that close that we respect each other. Yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah, and I hope Grandma and Grandpa's legacy just carries on, and we never forget them. Never forget where we come from. Good old Kalihi and good old Murphy Street. Yeah.
Uncles and aunties.
Good memories, a lot of parties, no. Lot of scoldings, a lot of no. By the ear, no. No little, no small kind of spanking, but no. That's why, with all the kind of knowledge he gave me, you know, that's why I'm who I am today. I'm not perfect, but I'm hard to beat. That's why I'm just a down to earth person. I always love my family, at parties and all that, no. I just have a freaking good time. I'm a simple guy. Love life. I love my family.